Welcome back to the Mateo Lopez Experience. I know for a fact that today's going to be a shorter video because I don't need to make it 10 minutes and then set your course at the end. Now, when I do start selling courses, you're going to want to buy them because they're going to be bomb as fuck. I'm going to make sure I put far more effort in for far less price than everybody else because I'm just that fucking good. But I want to talk to you guys about failure because I learned something about it a while ago, and I don't think I ever made a video about it until now because I like hoping you guys out. What I did in like 100 days, I'm gonna try and get you guys to do in 1 day. If not, you do it in 10 days. What I can do in 100, I'm trying to get you guys to do in 1. It fucking works like that. Business model. So I want to talk about failure. Failure. I mean, brief overview. Failure is still learning. Like, hopefully by now you kind of realize that failure is actually a good thing. Failure is actually you putting in the effort and learning. And if you're willing to fail, congratulations. Because most people aren't even willing to try. You should be failing at new things. That means it's a good challenge. If you're failing at things that's not making sense, but you keep going, you keep learning, it will eventually work out. I promise you that. Most people are too afraid to even try, so they don't fail. Every week, you should have failed at something. Maybe it's the gym, maybe it's talking to girls, maybe it's NoFap, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, maybe it's a business, maybe it's who gives a fuck? Maybe it's grades. Maybe you made a promise to someone you didn't do and that really is eating you up inside. Okay, learn from it. It's only a loss if you fail to learn from it. I want you guys to understand that. Failure is only a real loss if you fail to learn from it. Failure can be a very good thing because if you learn from it, you're not taking a step back, you're actually taking a small step forward. The big step forward is the big success. But if you're failing forward, you're actually still doing quite right. And it's I don't know, it's fantastic. If you can learn from your failures, it's not a loss. It's actually a win. And it's showing that you're on the winning path. A man who never fails is a man who never tries. And that man who never goes beyond his bounds or goes beyond his edge. He's always edging. No, it's edge is like where you're comfortable, and you step beyond your edges where you're uncomfortable. If you do everything in the comfortable zone, it's probably too easy, and you should be doing better. But finally, I want to talk about the new thing. I've said a little bit about failure, and I have a lot of good things about failure, let me tell you what, but this is my favorite. Just like light and dark, yin and yang, failure and success are on the same fucking field. You cannot have failure without success. You cannot have success without failure. You can have success, you can have failure, but only together can you actually compare the two. Like, if everything was dark, you wouldn't know what light is. Only because there's light do you see dark. Only because there's red do you see blue. Only because there are green plants do you see brown plants. Otherwise, it'd just be fucking plants. If everything was easy and you could always do it, there would be no failure, there would only be success. But it takes time, it takes learning, it takes the things that take real effort, things that are really worth it, are gonna take some failures. And we only call it a failure because in retrospect, we're thinking about success. We're thinking about success. And that means that there can be no success without failure. There can be no success without failure. The things that really, really matter, they're gonna take a few failures to pile up before it avalanches into a success. That's simple. And I want you guys to understand that failure is a very good thing. A lot of times when a fighter loses a big fight, they lose a championship, well, that's a big turning point in their lives. Because if they're really great, if they're really up for it, if they really hunger for the success of holding the belt and reigning, and they'll learn from the failure and they'll come back even better. That's why a lot of times, like some of my favorite fighters, I kind of hope that they lose, because I hope that they come back even stronger from the loss. But some fighters, they don't. Some fighters, they lose a fight and they kind of go downhill. Maybe that's just a thing that happens, but maybe it's a psychological thing. Maybe they look at the failure and they don't realize that success is based off failure, and they don't see it as a real learning stone. Take this into your own life. Maybe there are times when you succeed, sometimes when you fail, but always when you fail, learn from it. Otherwise, it's just an actual loss. Like, you could lose every day. You could fail every day. But it's only a loss if you don't learn, and then you're actually going to lose every day for the rest of your life. But if you learn and learn and learn what's causing this loss every day, then you can start succeeding every day. Effort will bring failure or success. Continued effort will bring both. Continued effort over a long period of time, like as you learn from the failure, it's gonna turn. It's like a graph. It's like red is success, red is failure, green is success. At first, it's all gonna be red because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. But as you go through more and more and more and more of that graph, is gonna turn green to success until it finally clicks and you become successful. But you're only successful because you look back on your failures. I want you to understand that. You are only successful because you look back on. Success is only based off the failures that have come along the way. I've said failure so many times. It's starting to sound funny to myself, but it's good. It's good. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't need to say a whole lot more. Like, you guys get the point. I hope. It's just a piece of information that's changed a little bit of my outlook on failure. So I see it as, like, before I used to see it as a good thing, but now I see it as like a clear sign of a very good thing. If that makes sense. I'm on this video here. Remember that those who never do shall never know. I'll catch you on the flip side. Like and subscribe if you found this video entertaining or valuable. I was gonna say information. That's not even a word. If you found this valuable, if you found it entertaining, if you want to say more, like, subscribe. It helps me out. Helps me out so I can help you guys out. That's it. Peace.